Very good evening, dear friends. In today's session, we will be dealing with the provisions of section 71. I have already explained the provisions pertaining to the section 71 in brief. Then I told you about a lot of case law. Most important is the nature of debentures and so on. I told you categorically with the help of case law that debentures are long term loans of the company, and then the debenture holders are not shareholders, they are creditors of the company. And further, unless it is convertible debenture, the debentures are refundable compulsorily, failing which it will attract penal provisions of the Act. So, in this regard, I had to tell you what are the latest provisions on debentures under Section 71 of the Act. So, friends, Section 71 starts with the wording that the debentures could be issued by any company, however, with an option to convert the debentures into shares either wholly or in part, that is partly, at the time of redemption. So that if it is to be converted into shares, it need not be paid off, then it would be converted into shares thereon. Then the debenture holders who are creditors of the company will turn out to be the shareholders of the company. This is the most important aspect we have to understand. Now, the second point is that the issue of debentures with an option to convert into shares shall be approved by a special resolution passed at a general meeting. This is another important aspect. Then, friends, no company is permitted to issue debentures carrying any voting rights. So, debenture holders cannot have voting rights, they will have only class rights with regard to their debentures in trustee meetings. I explained about trustees earlier. Then, the debentures would be secured and they may be issued by a company subject to such terms and conditions. As I told you again, the issue of debentures is subject to the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act and then the SECRA for quoting them on stock exchanges. So these two legislations have to be necessarily followed. Then, friends, the debentures are issued under this section where it is under 74(4). The company shall create a debenture redemption account out of the profits of the company available for payment of dividend, and the amount credited to such account shall not be utilized by the company except for redeeming the debentures at the time of expiry of the time meant for the debentures. As I told you, basically, unless it is convertible, the debentures are refundable. So, this debenture redemption reserve account is essential. Then it is a case of a public limited company, no company shall issue a prospectus or make an offer or invitation to the public or to its members exceeding 500 for the subscription of debentures, unless the company has, before such issue or offer, appointed one or more debenture trustees. This is the most important thing. Debenture trustees, where the members exceed 500, and the conditions governing appointment of debenture trustees are as may be prescribed. SEBI rules will come into picture. In fact, under 1956 Companies Act, the debenture trust deed has to be executed. Even under this Act, it has to be executed, but only one provision under Section 71, the multiple subsections deal with this particular subject matter. So, next thing, the debenture trustee should take steps to protect the interest of the debenture holders for payment of interest as well as redemption of debentures, and then they had to, trustees will have to redress the grievances in accordance with the rules as may be prescribed. Then, friends, any provision contained in trust deed for securing the issue of debentures or in any contract with the debenture holders secured by a trust deed shall be void insofar as it would have the effect of exempting the trustee or indemnifying him against any liability for breach of trust. So trustee has got a very heavy responsibility. And where he fails to show the degree of care and due diligence required of him as a trustee. So provided the liability of the trustee shall be subject to such exemptions as may be agreed upon by majority of the debenture holders and approving them with holding not less than 3/4 in value of the total debentures at a meeting held for this purpose. So friends, the debenture trustees will have to enter into a trustee deed with the company and they are liable, responsible, and then they have to ensure that the debenture holders are paid their interest regularly, because there is earlier a lot of fraud was done. So now to undo that, this particular provision has been brought into force. Then a company further also pay interest and redeem the debentures in accordance with the terms of issue. And then the terms of issue are earlier under capital issue, subsequently SEBI. Now it is SEBI guidelines which will come into picture. Then friends, under section 71 subsection 9, where at any time the debenture trustee comes to conclusion that the assets of the company are insufficient, or likely to become insufficient to discharge the principal amount of the debentures collected from the public, then and when it becomes due, the debenture trustees may file a petition in the National Company Law Tribunal, and the tribunal may, after hearing the company and any other person interested in the matter, by order impose such restrictions on the incurring of any further liabilities as the tribunal may consider necessary, and then ensure that the debenture holders will ultimately get back their funds. So this is the most important provision where National Company Law Tribunal can be approached, but who will approach? Debenture trustees will approach. If the debenture trustees don't do that, then of course debenture holders will have their own remedy against the debenture trustees. So debenture trustees will be held liable and responsible for all this. Then where a company fails to redeem the debentures, now this is another important thing. On the expiry, if they fail to pay interest or they fail to redeem on the date of the maturity, or fail, as the case may be, the tribunal may, on the application of any or all of the debenture holders, either one or all, or debenture trustees, and after hearing the parties, direct by an order that the company to redeem the debentures forthwith on payment of principal and interest thereon. See, debenture trustees also will be then made parties and drag it to the National Company Law Board. This provision was not there under 1956 Act. I handled as a lawyer some important cases against very big companies against the debentures. At that time, this CLB was not competent, and then I had no remedy other than consumer court. So I took the matter to the consumer court and argued that debenture is a saleable product. It's a good. It is under Sale of Goods Act. Then, as per terms, the money has to be refunded. The court agreed for this, and the consumer court ultimately upheld, and then the State Commission also upheld, and finally the money was paid on the order of the State Commission. Even today, in fact, aggrieved parties have got two remedies. One remedy is the National Company Law Tribunal under section 71 subsection 10, and under consumer court also. Here the advantage is whether National Company Law Tribunal will order a compensatory package or not, it is a different aspect, because interest and principal will come, but consumer forum can order a compensation for mental agony and cost thereof. So that particular distinction is there with regard to debenture holders, where the companies fail to pay the money, in fact interest as well as the principal payable on the debentures. And then if the tribunal passes an order and then the default is made in complying with the order of the tribunal, every officer who is in default shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees, or which may extend up to 5 lakh rupees also, or with both. So there are penal provisions. Then a contract with the company to take up and pay debentures of a company may be enforced by a decree for specific performance. This is also possible. And the central government can prescribe appropriate procedure for securing the issue of debentures, the form, the trust deed, the procedure for the debenture holders to inspect the trust deed and to obtain copies thereof, quantum of debenture redemption reserve required to be created, and such other matters. So, friends, these are all the, in fact, provisions pertaining to debentures under section 71. Under 72, every holder of security can have the power to nominate somebody in order that in the event of his death, the particular in debentures or shares or the securities would go to the appropriate successors. Now, what we gain is under section 71, you have to understand that the debenture holders, in fact, are more than 500 in number. A trust deed is essential. Whether there is a trustee or not, if the debentures are not paid back, interest is not paid by the company, then the aggrieved debenture holders can move the civil court for getting a specific performance decree. They can approach the National Company Law Tribunal for payment of interest and then the principal. They can approach the Consumer Court for payment of interest and principal and compensation and costs also. These are all the permutations and combinations. Apart from that, the company is under an obligation to pay necessarily. Sufficient charges would be made on the debentures. Debentures are always secured. Then another important thing, there would be a charge put on the assets of the company with regard to the issue of debentures. Then another important aspect is that if it is convertible debenture, then on the date of expiry, the debentures would be converted into shares. Then the debenture holders, from the characteristic, from the status of creditors, will turn out to be the shareholders of the company. In that event, the debentures converted into shares can never be refunded. They are transferable, but they would be never refunded except in the event of winding up of the company, in the event sufficient money is available. So this is the most important aspect. But if the debentures are not convertible, then they are repayable. For that, sufficient reserve fund, redemption reserve fund will have to be made available by the companies. All companies, in fact, that way. Only thing is, the difference here is a private limited company will go on private placement, a public limited company can go for public issue of debentures. That is the only difference. And debentures are, of course, transferable like shares. And they are refundable. So the debenture holders are always creditors of the company. They can never become shareholders except it is the case of a convertible debenture, and on the expiry, the debenture will turn out to be a share. And debenture holder from the status of a creditor will turn out to be a shareholder of the company. So remember, under the Act, it is National Company Law Tribunal. Further, it is also a suit for specific decree for specific performance, section 7, subsection 12. And apart from that, general law, that is the COPRA, Consumer Protection Act, the division, the appropriate aggrieved party can move the consumer forum and then get appropriate relief thereon. So, my dear friends, with this particular background, in fact, we conclude our discussion on the debentures, and then a very major portion is covered. And apart from debentures, there are certain issues like section 73 on acceptance of fixed deposits. This is also part of the loan capital, which is covered under section 73, chapter 5, 73, 74, 75, 76. Then friends, the charges which are supposed to be made for this particular drawing long-term or short-term loans have to be necessarily registered, which is called registration of charges. That is covered under chapter 6, section 77 to, in fact, 87. And then the charges would be fixed charge or floating charge, as the case may be, and then there should be a charge register, and the charges will be registered with the register of companies. And then In fact, the registrar on an application will take into account these particular things and register it, and then there is, of course, punishment for contravention. So, these are all the provisions thereon. So, with this particular background, we conclude our discussion on the loan capital of the company. We have discussed about share capital, we have discussed about loan capital at length. With this particular background, in fact, the capital structure of the company is concluded. So, we can now switch over to the admin of the company and then the directors of the company in our future lessons. We will work it up, we will meet again and then discuss. Thank you very much, and then good night. Bye bye.